We're taking you from zero to hero. We're not just fixing your credit. This is interesting, all right? So we started our own funding company, Overland Funding. It was actually going very well. We connected with some local entrepreneurs. One of the gentlemen was a very successful mortgage broker from back in the day, pre-2008, in Orange County. He knew all these great credit dispute methods. It's how he became so successful. He was good at helping people clean up, small items on their credit so they can bring their score up high enough to get approved for a loan. It's smart because a method of dispute, if you know how to do it right, is a very fast way to see a huge credit jump. Obviously, after being in the game selling funding for a while and helping people get funding for their business, that's a loan broker or a loan officer, that's their biggest problem is credit, right? Finding qualified clients. Well, if you know how to manipulate credit in ways where, we're not absolving people of debt and getting rid of it like that, but we're making their score look pretty enough where lenders will look at them. That's kind of the missing link. So we start fixing credit. We teamed up with the guy, essentially said, well, you teach us how to fix credit and we'll introduce you to our funding sources. We'll put you in touch with the people that we've connected with that we've seen a lot of success with. And it's more or less a trade-off. It wasn't like we weren't getting a salary from them and we weren't paying them for any ideas. It was more like, hey, we're gonna help you fund the people, you fix the credit. Eventually we'll kind of transition into, you get the connections for the funding and we take your idea for our clients. It was a perfect kind of symbiotic relationship. Anyways, the relationship about 6 months later ran its course. No harm, no foul, amicable exit. We had this funding and credit repair method. Then we start looking into the fact that we're getting people qualified for great personal lines of credit. We're getting them refis. We're helping them with their hard money loans for doing fix and flips. But then we start funding business owners. And we're realizing that these business owners, a lot of them have a tarnished history with their loan payments. Maybe when they first started their business 5 years ago, right? It was kind of a, paycheck to paycheck thing. They might be doing $200,000 a month now and they're netting 55 of it, and it's a good day for them all around. But 5 years ago when they started the business, it was like everybody who's starting a business, they're struggling. Well, that payment history follows them. It's not a statute of limitation with the personal credit. It's on there forever. They could see it forever. That one time at some point this person defaulted on loans. So man, business credit is now a problem because we have a perfect personal guarantor, the PG that's supposed to qualify the business. They've got an 800 credit score, but the business sucks. What are we gonna do about that? So we started reaching out, doing research on how to build business credit. We developed a method with the help of other sources, but mainly we developed a proprietary method where we can now build the business credit, even fix the business credit, remove the negative information off the business credit. That's huge. Now that good PG comes with perfect business credit. Now we've created the perfect storm. That's why I like to tell people we're not a funding company. We're a financial concierge service. And I love being called that. It sounds a little off or hokey at first, but it's the truth. We're taking you from zero to hero. We're not just fixing your credit, tossing you out and sending you to whoever you want. Because you know what happens? People go into a million banks. They walk into their local bank. They get declined at a few places for whatever reason. Maybe it's employment, lack of income, whatever. Then they build all these inquiries back up on their credit, and their credit goes back down to crap again, And we like to walk them through the right paths where we introduce them to the right channels where maybe we've helped you with your credit, but you still don't have too much on your credit. So you can't walk into Chase and get a business loan. You need to go to more the C paper guys still. You can't go to the A paper guys. That's really where the perfect storm comes into play. After the credit's fixed, we'll do the business credit. You just got to be patient and play the game with us, right? And after the business credit is built where it needs to be, then you can walk into that local bank. We hope you use us for funding, right? Because then we'll all help each other out to make some money, but you really don't need to. You just walk into the local bank. They'll give you some money, maybe not as much as we can get you, maybe not at the right terms. But the point is, we structure our client to not just get by anymore. That's the whole point of doing this, is to not take crap loans with crap rates at crap terms when you're just going to end up robbing Peter to pay Paul at that point. We want to make sure we have somebody who's perfectly qualified. We don't deal with, even though we welcome any consumer, we don't deal with your average consumer. Everybody we do business with is a business owner or an aspiring entrepreneur themselves. If they can't find value in what we do, they're literally almost never going to be successful in that way. You need to understand that an idea only goes as far as that loan application. You could have the greatest invention in the world, but if you can't get approved to build it and to get the personal loan to build your dream or build your electric car or start your funding company, your idea is just going to lay by the wayside. You're going to end up going to work at a cubicle like we did before we said it was enough. Yeah, so that's really where it comes. That's really where it comes down to, is that the natural evolution of it is that we don't want to just leave somebody at funding or at credit repair. We want to leave someone where they never have to call us again. We actually like to affectionately tell that to our clients. My job is to where, I hope you never call me again unless you're giving me a referral. I hope once we're done, you're self-sufficient and you never have to loan money again. You just have these lines of credit, you nurture them, they build over time, you get increases over time. That same bank offers you more loan products, you take them or leave them,
Yeah, so we focus more on the education aspect of it. It's not just doing the work, but educating our clients and our customers on what they need to do going forward once we're done with them. Obviously, Chris touched on all the important points, which is great. But yeah, just shortly, we explain to them, what needs to be done from step 1 all the way to step 10, 12, how many steps it takes to get them to where they need to be. So, if we have to start with credit repair, we'll start there. If it's focusing on business credit, we can help them out with that. If they need personal funding, business funding, we can help them with that. But we're also equipping them with the resources and tools so they can use this going forward. So like Chris said, they no longer have to come to us in the future. They know what they need to do. Obviously, our doors are always open if they need to, but we focus more on educating the client on what they need to do to build out their business.